Sit back and relax, educate and inform. Cozy conversations, dropping knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio, always in the know. With Hermine Hartman, you'll be enlightened. Up and up we grow.
Hi, I'm Hermine Hartman with Indigo Studio, and today we're going to have fun talking about a favorite subject dear to your heart: romance, marriage, and dating. A new study just revealed that Americans are getting married later in life, in mid-years, from 40 to 59 years old. Women, first marriage has increased by 74%, and for men, 45% since the 90s. First-time American marriages don't occur these days until 40 to 59 years old. Can you believe it? I wonder why. Well, women sometimes not having children, taking careers instead, or perhaps you're taking care of an older parent, or maybe because they've been disillusioned by romance. We're going to talk about it today because technology has also changed the romance game, because now we're looking at dating apps to find that right person.
Cozy conversations, dropping knowledge that's for real.
So today, joining me in the living room are my friends, Mr. Al and Cheryl Grace. They're on their second marriage. They've been married for 6 years, and Cheryl is a communicator and marketer and author, and Mr. Al Grace is a financier and co-founder of Loop Capital, an investment firm. So let me ask you, Cheryl, I want to start with you because you've got some very definite ideas about dating and strategies and sensibilities for the second time around. Tell me what you think about that.
We're thrilled to be here because the strategies work. That's why we're here.
You've got proof in the pudding, right? Proof in the Al.
So I just think that a lot of women after the age of 40, 45 tend to not think that they have to be intentional about finding love. And so you do have to be intentional. When I decided after 16 years of being divorced that I wanted to be married again, I was very intentional about going after the type of person that I thought my heart needed. Not even just for the second time around, it applies to the first time too.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of friends who are 50 or older who never got married. Beautiful women, successful women, but I think the older you get, the pool of men tends to dry up. And then you think you don't need to be intentional, that it's just gonna happen, that if you leave your porch light on, you know, a guy riding by is gonna know that that means that you're single. And love does not happen like that. So when I, after 16 years, decided I did want to be married again, because I make a great wife, don't I, honey? I make a great wife, we're not gonna wait for an answer. But I was very intentional about going after love the second time.
Okay, so now you developed a journal.
I did.
That gives you a strategy.
It does.
That you have made public.
Yes.
That you share, called Fab Girls Dating Journal.
Yes.
Tell me what's in that journal.
It's and the subtitle is The Kissing Frog Tracker, right? Because we need to track the number of frogs we may have to kiss in order to find love. And usually that's what stops women. They don't want to go out on the dud dates. They don't want to have to experience that. But actually, you have to recognize it's a numbers game. So the more people you go out, the more opportunities you're going to have to meet somebody who like floats your boat. So that means you're going to kiss some frogs. So you might as well adapt to it and learn to turn those into stories that you can share over cocktails. Learn to, if this is going to be your first marriage, learn that those are the stories that you can tell your grandbabies. Like, you know, I didn't meet G. Paul until after I had dated so-and-so, and let me tell you about him, right? So you need to lean into the adventure of dating.
The adventure of dating. So, Mr. Grace, what are you thinking about the adventure of dating and the strategies of it all?
I didn't necessarily have any strategies because I wasn't intentional about getting married. So I didn't come at it in that fashion.
Did you want to remarry?
You know, I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and it happened that she came along because I was not necessarily looking for any.
So how did you all meet? Don't go away. We'll be right back because we're going to continue this discussion on romance.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio.
How dependable is your power? As dependable as 2 a.m. wake-up calls. Grandpa showing up an hour early. And perfect timing. Because you can count on ComEd to keep the lights on and keep you informed. So your electric service is as dependable as sleepless nights.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
Strategy number 1, tell everybody you know that you're looking for a healthy, monogamous, committed relationship, that you're ready for love.
Tell your
So
girlfriends.
I told all my girlfriends, told the people that I work with, told the people at the receptionist desk, and honestly, friends introduced us. So go ahead, take it
So you
from there.
call that the manhunt.
It's a part of the manhunt strategy. There is a manhunt strategy that incorporates like 3 to 4 steps that you need to take.
So step 1, tell everybody.
Tell everybody. Everybody.
Step 2.
Step 2 is make sure you have drafted out what qualities you're looking for in a guy. You can't have a long laundry list and expect to find one man who's going to answer every single item on that list. And a lot of women do that, and they're not then prepared when they can't find the absolute 100% perfect guy. Because perfect guys, just like perfect women, we don't exist. And so you have to narrow down and have a minimum of 3 deal breakers, a minimum of 3. I didn't say 15, I didn't say 20, like these 3 things, and the less superficial they are, the better, right? So it doesn't have to do with height and hair color and weight and any of that. You want to look for something that is going to really communicate with your core, with your heart.
So you remember Reverend Johnny Coleman?
I do.
So she used to lecture on that and say, stop looking for a look and start looking for a man.
Yes.
Write what you want down on a piece of paper and talk about the qualities, and then you will find what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
So did you know these strategies were being applied to you? Did you know the hunt was on?
You know, I think I was played quite well. In retrospect, now that I know that these strategies.
Oh, you didn't know at the time?
Oh no, I didn't know. No, I didn't know they were going on. But as I started to see, I've seen what she talks about theoretically. If I reflect upon it, I've seen it in practice.
You were captured.
Well, the ghosting time.
Ghosting.
Yeah. Maybe you could share that, and then how your response was and how thoughtful it was.
Don't go away. We'll be right back because we're going to continue this discussion on romance.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio.
How dependable is your power? As dependable as 2 a.m. wake-up calls. Grandpa showing up an hour early. And perfect timing. Because you can count on ComEd to keep the lights on and keep you informed. So your electric service is as dependable as sleepless nights.
In all of Chicago, there's no place like Wicked.
So if you care to find me, look to the western sky.
Don't miss your chance to defy gravity at the Needlelander Theater from September 28th through December 4th. NBC Nightly News calls it the most successful Broadway show ever. Visit BroadwayInChicago.com to get Wicked.
Our goal is to see you become effective leaders
to support your passions
and help your community. So whether you're pursuing an undergraduate degree or transferring from another school, our goal
is to see you accomplish yours.
For 25 years, ABC7 political reporter Charles Thomas gave you the straight news. Now, he's giving you real talk on the governor's race.
J.B. Pritzker promised what he called equity when the new recreational cannabis industry opened in Illinois. Blacks got nothing. Zero. Nothing. He needs to be punished for that. Black people should not vote for J.B. Pritzker because he didn't live up to that promise.
Cozy conversations, dropping knowledge that's for real.
So tell me about ghosting, Cheryl.
So you know ghosting happens now. And ghosting is when you are dating someone or communicating with them regularly and then suddenly they disappear, like Casper, the ghost.
Okay.
So it's called ghosting.
Okay.
All right. And Al and I had been dating for a couple of months, and we were having text conversations every day. We were going out regularly. We were having a great time. And we went out right before the Christmas holiday, had a fabulous date. And I didn't hear from him the next day.
He disappeared?
Or the next day.
He was gone?
9 days.
Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that, Albie?
Did you get scared?
No, I had taken a trip, and I had taken a trip, so I disappeared. It was a trip that I'd already committed to before, you know.
But you didn't tell her?
No, I did not, because I didn't know how that was going to go over, because I was not traveling alone. So I thought that might throw some, you know.
Disruption.
Yeah, disruption.
A little disruption.
You know, and who wants that around the Christmas season?
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Oh, that's right. You don't need disruption around that.
Who needs that, you know?
So let me ask you this about second marriages. You know, the saying, second time around is really better. Do you think it's better perhaps because you've had practice with the first marriage or maturity with the first marriage? Why is second time around better?
You know, and I don't know if it's necessarily second time around is better. I think second time around you know more about who you are and what you want and what you need, and being able to vocalize that doesn't work right there for me. And do it without, because you come at it as adults, and you know that if you're talking about the demographic you're talking about, they have life experiences and they have ideas and they kind of know who they are, and you understand too that you're not going to change anybody. So what you have is what you have.
What you see is what you get, right?
And that's the, you know, what do you say, your representative that you say?
So when you're just dating, you know, you bring your best self forward, and as opposed to bringing your whole self. And that's not really the best way to go into a situation.
That's representation.
Representation. You want to bring your whole self, not bringing the representation of who you want people to think you are.
But do you do it in stages? Is it a graduate kind of thing? It's not all in the first date.
I think it happens in the normal course of things.
Okay.
You know?
Which is why I think
you can't unload, you know.
Yeah, don't bring her out.
It's not too much.
That'll go nowhere. That's a non-starter.
How long did you all date before you got married?
How long did we date, dear?
Here we go with another one of these strategies. You know the story better.
So let me ask you this.
You were there.
You all were both corporate America, successful, entrepreneurs, high on the chain of executiveness. Do you think that those skills that we use in business, planning, objectives, budget, all of that, do you think that carries over into marriage for success of marriage?
I'm going to let Al answer first, and then I'm going to give my answer.
No, ladies first.
Answer that one.
Let me see if you're saying to use the same skill set in it?
Those are skill sets that you do that every day. It's second nature to you. And I'm saying, does it carry over? I mean, first time around, it doesn't because you don't know it yet. But your second time around, you do know it, and it's a skill. Does that carry over into second marriages?
Well, you know, this is a bit different. I think it probably could or does, but because of her business, our conversations have many facets to them. So that it and she's one of the most creative people I've ever met and the hardest working person I've ever seen. So, no, seriously, because I can see her go, see, I have ADD. I couldn't sit somewhere and work 16, 18 hours straight, and I see her do it. And like, forget she hasn't eaten and that kind of stuff. But I think because of that added element, our conversations go the whole realm, from romantic to business. And sometimes the business is very romantic. She says it's actually sexy. But
I love when he talks numbers.
I was going to say, don't you love when he talks about money? That's such
sexy.
a great conversation.
It is.
So I think it probably does, but ours is just so
dynamic.
Yeah, so it's a lot of facets. I mean, it's from apple picking to balance sheets. You know what I mean? So
how many apples we gonna pick?
No, we really do pick apples.
We wouldn't pick that. Well, I mean, I'm saying from apple picking to balance sheet. You know, I don't know. You know, ride in the car to taxes. I mean, it's
dynamic.
Yeah,
and it flows. Don't go away. We'll be right back because we're going to continue this discussion on romance.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio.
How dependable is your power? As dependable as 2 a.m. wake-up calls. Grandpa showing up an hour early. And perfect timing. Because you can count on ComEd to keep the lights on and keep you informed. So your electric service is as dependable as sleepless nights.
In all of Chicago, there's no place like Wicked.
So if you care to find me, look to the western sky.
Don't miss your chance to defy gravity at the Nederlander Theater from September 28th through December 4th. NBC Nightly News calls it the most successful Broadway show ever. Visit BroadwayInChicago.com to get Wicked.
Our goal is to see you become effective leaders
To support your passions
and help your community. So whether you're pursuing an undergraduate degree or transferring from another school, our goal
is to see you accomplish yours.
For 25 years, ABC7 political reporter Charles Thomas gave you the straight news. Now, he's giving you real talk on the governor's race.
J.B. Pritzker promised what he called equity when the new recreational cannabis industry opened in Illinois. Blacks got nothing. Zero. Nothing. He needs to be punished for that. Black people should not vote for J.B. Pritzker because he didn't live up to that promise.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
Cheryl, give me that fourth tip.
Yeah,
you gave me 3. Give me that last
Let your girly
one.
girl shine. Let your girly girl shine through.
What's the girly girl?
The girly girl is that inner girl in you that laughs and giggles and flirts and touches. A lot of women, especially the more successful that they have become, they pull back on the girly girlness. And guys respond to the girly girl. So my Albie, I touch him all the time. I was touching him when we were doing the makeup. It's like, you know, they want to feel special. So I try to turn down as much as I can. I don't do it 100%, but I try to turn down the business Cheryl when we're at home and bring out the girly
See,
girl.
that's what I was talking about. Do you cook?
He cooks more.
Al cooks more?
Oh, yes.
So let me tell you a conversation. I'm going to keep the names out because you know them all.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
yes, you do. You know them too. But anyway, girlfriends, and we were talking. And my mother wasn't listening, but she was very much listening. And we were talking about the men thing, and he's so cheap, or he's this, or he's that. It was all of what he wasn't. And my mother came in, and she says, I want to ask you all a question. She said, do you cook? And we all kind of looked at each other, and she said, no, you all trying to go out. She says, let me give you all an old adage, a piece of advice. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. She said, y'all come back next week, but you all got some homework to do. Next week, I want you to cook for your man. And everybody did when cooked, and everybody came back and said, it got better.
Well, wisdom.
He's a good cook. And
Better cook than you?
no.
Oh, wow, okay. But
But cooks more frequently than you.
More frequently.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll
yeah.
work.
But he likes to cook. I like to entertain. There's a difference.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to set the table,
I like
get
to
the
eat.
I like to do all
flowers, you
that.
like to eat, so you
Yes.
fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Al, when's dinner?
But
When's
bring out
dinner?
that girly girl so that when he does cook, it is Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Celebrate what he does.
That's
because
right.
it's not something you should take for granted.
All right, so let's give a sum up
Okay.
for the manhunt, the strategy.
The strategy.
For the fabulous dating.
Yes.
4 things.
For number 1 is make sure you have a plan. And number 2 is make sure that you tell everybody, right?
That you're looking.
That you're looking.
Okay.
Bring out your girly girl.
All right.
Number 4 is make sure you share what you want with the guy.
The values, the relationship.
The value, the relationships, and where you want a relationship to go.
When did you do that?
Third
When
date. Third date.
Third date?
I was on a mission. I didn't have a lot of time. You get in these relationships and you waste 2 years, 5 years, and then you find out that they're not looking for the same thing. So the third date, I asked him, you've been married for almost 30 years. Is that something you even want to do again? Because if it's not, why am I going to spend more time with this?
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
Back then, we had a lot of family gatherings. We show love just by honoring one another and being in each other's presence. Growing up, I didn't hear anything about racism. All of a sudden, it happens to you. And you're like, this can't be.
The death of George Floyd, who died in police custody Monday night.
There was some days I just didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to get out of bed. But it was important to turn that pain into purpose because I had no other outlet. Serving the community was number 1. Showing up and being heard and speaking out on things. We gave out money for scholarships, brought food, but it's going to take more than just us, as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to help us make a change because it just can't be us.
Oh, man. I can't believe I'm missing this. Okay, Grandma. I see you.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you, your community, and loved ones protected. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
To your question, we went out, and the time when she said, would you be interested, would you consider getting married? I said, sure. I mean, I wouldn't rule it out because you never say never to anything. She told me, well, look, I'll give you 2 years. because I'm not going to sit here with
And
you
fool
saying,
around, waste my
and
time.
make sure that we're both moving toward marriage,
Okay.
that's what we're moving toward.
So then,
He was 89 days past his expiration date. When he was 89 days past his expiration date.
what happened was Vanity, that used to be Prince's protege, died. And she's in the airport, 6 o'clock in the morning. She calls me and she said, Vanity died. And I said, who the hell's Vanity? I thought it was one of her girlfriends. But that brought home to her that life, is precious and you don't know what's going to happen. So she called me and said, hey, you 89 days past, what you going to do?
Yeah. And if you don't want to get married, I love you enough to respect that, because I want you to be happy, but I want to be happy too. And what I want is, I do want to be married. And if you don't want that, then I'm going to need you to release me back into the wild while I can still catch somebody else.
Who asked who? Who did the proposal?
Well, I sat and I thought about it, and I said, because I love her, I said, if I stayed out here and I was dating, and I said, if I was searching, what would I search for? What would I be searching for? And I realized that I'd be searching for something I already had in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, come on. Yeah.
You said, let's do this.
Let's do it.
I love it.
Come on.
But
Thank
most
you.
women don't do that. Most women don't stand up for themselves and say, this
And
is
confront it.
Yeah,
But
like
you
this
gotta
is what I
be-
want.
But when you do that confrontation, you got to be ready for the no.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to be ready for no. So I went with a guy, and we began the conversation on marriage. But he'd been married 5 times. And I told him, you are not marriage material. Let's not go there.
Right.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not think about it. Because 5 women, they can't all be wrong. There's something wrong with you.
It's like that old game.
Common
And
denominator.
it's not like something, we're having fun. We're having a great time.
Right.
I said, but you might be the romance guy, but not the husband.
Not the husband.
And there are people like that in life.
They just don't get it.
There are
or
people
just
like that
don't
in
want
life. Yeah,
I had one guy say, I'd make a great husband. Ask any of my ex-wives.
See, I was like that. It was like, how many would that
Right.
be? 5. No, I don't think so.
But
on that note, ladies and gentlemen, now that you've got the 4 strategies, ladies, use them. Because Al will tell you they work. Amen.
it works.
Expiration dates. They work.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got good stuff, y'all. We got good stuff.
You good?
Ta-da!
Sit back and relax, educate and inform. Cozy conversations, dropping knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio, always in the know. With Hermine Hartman, you'll be enlightened.